Okay, I'm just gonna get this out there. Um, Today in one of my college classes, my introduction to the Bible class, we approached the sensitive subject of homosexuality in the Bible. Now, I'm very opinionated when it comes to this subject. I feel very strongly about it. But, you know, my opinion is that you should be able to love whoever you want to love with no consequences. Everyone's free to do what they want. I don't want to sound cynical, but I don't know why everyone doesn't see it the way I see it. I mean, you can have your own opinion. If you think that's wrong, then that's okay. But when you try to back up your opinion with facts from the Bible, then I'm sorry, you just look really ignorant and you don't know what you're talking about. Today in class, we watched this video of this kid on YouTube who read, some of the verses that have been used a lot in today's society to rebuke, allowing gay marriage to pass and be legal. And he basically started at the verse, but then he's like, oh, no, wait, let me go back 2 or 3 verses so you can get the context of the verse. That it doesn't work like that. You can't go pick up a novel and turn to a paragraph and start about 2 sentences in and be like, oh wait, let me go back to the paragraph before so you know what's going on and just read a few sentences before. You still won't know the entire context. This kid obviously didn't know what he was talking about. He was just very opinionated. And I don't care that he didn't like the idea of gay marriage, but he was so sure that this is what the Bible says and I'm right and you're wrong. Well, no, opinions aren't right or wrong. They're opinions for a reason. You can't go around stating your opinions as fact because the Bible told you so. In fact, if you were raised that way, if you were raised to believe that homosexuality is wrong because the Bible told you so, then I'm sorry, you've lived a very sheltered life. You need to keep an open mind. This is all my opinion now. I think that you need to keep an open mind to new ideas. And maybe, I don't know, actually pick up a Bible and read it. I made some posts about this earlier on Tumblr when I was in class. I don't know if anyone saw them. Like 2 or 3 people saw them. We read an article written by a guy who was basically taking these verses that have been used against homosexuality and actually putting them in the context that they're supposed to be put in. Ancient Greeks and Romans practiced these kinds of, there's different types of homosexuality in their society, and they practiced it, and it was fine. A lot of people like to reference Paul in his letters and how he lists all these things are wrong, and he's like, well, if you do with another guy, then that's wrong. Well, he was basically talking about sexual deviousness in general. He wasn't talking about the idea of homosexuality itself, singling it out. He wasn't doing that, but people in today's society don't read Bibles anymore, so they don't get that. They take it out of context and pretend that it's absolute truth. Well, if you're going to do that, then you might as well take the entire Bible literally word for word. And if you do that, then you're not cutting your hair anymore, you're not eating shellfish anymore. There's lots of stuff in the Bible that we single out. We single it out because, I don't know, we're an opinionated society. There are some things we like about the Bible and some things we don't. You can't do that. It's all about interpretation. You can interpret the Bible however you want to interpret it, but you can't back up your goddamn opinion with verses from the Bible stating that it's fact, God said it was so. Well, did you actually read the Bible? Do you know any background concerning these letters that Paul wrote? Paul thought like a Jew. He wanted everyone to have that kind of holier than thou appearance and attitude so they could get into heaven. That was basically his job, was trying to get everyone a seat in heaven instead of a VIP ticket to hell, which is where he thought everyone was going because everyone was doing all these vices. But there was more than one vice. It wasn't just if you are a man and you lie with another man, then you're going to hell specifically for that. There's other vices that go along with that. People don't take the time to actually read about it. They take that one verse and they're like, oh, this is in the Bible, this is right. Well, I'd say actually, go back and read it and actually, I don't know, maybe do some background information. People today can't be asked to actually look up any background information on the Bible because they just take it at face value. They're like, I'm reading this, so it must be true. Well, like I said, it's all about interpretation. Okay. In closing, I just think that a lot of people are closed minded regarding the idea of homosexuality and gay marriage becoming legal, which is like a big thing today. My stance is that why allow people like a man and a woman who don't love each other to get married, for other reasons, personal reasons, whatever they may be, instead of two people of the same gender who love each other. A kid in my class today brought up that he didn't believe in gay marriage because there was, he said if God wanted to make, if he wanted to, why didn't he make it so that two women or two men could, reproduce? He basically centered his argument around, well, two members of the same gender can't reproduce, and that's why it's wrong. Well, okay, you can have your opinion, but I'm gonna come right out and say marriage isn't just about reproduction. I asked my professor, nowhere in the Bible does it say that marriage was simply about reproduction. It's supposed to be about love, and if there's no love there, then why bother? I don't know, I'm just getting this out on the table. No one probably cares. I'm gonna shut up now.